Hollywood. The name itself conjures up images of dazzling lights, red carpets, and dreams coming true. It's a place where anything seems possible, where ordinary people can become legends overnight. For over a century, Hollywood has captivated the world with its captivating stories and unforgettable characters. From the silent films of Charlie Chaplin to the modern blockbusters, Hollywood has shaped the way we see ourselves and the world around us. This is the story of Hollywood, a place where dreams are made of celluloid and imagination knows no bounds. It's a journey through time, from the early days of silent films to the rise of CGI and beyond. We'll explore the pioneers who shaped the industry, the stars who lit up the screen, and the films that left an indelible mark on our culture. But more than just a place, Hollywood is a feeling, an aura of glamour and excitement that has captivated generations. It's the allure of the red carpet, the thrill of seeing your favorite stars on the big screen, and the magic of storytelling that transports us to other worlds. So sit back, relax, and get ready for a journey into the heart of the Dream Factory. Welcome to Hollywood. At the turn of the 20th century, Hollywood was a sleepy town surrounded by orange groves. But destiny had other plans for this sun-drenched corner of California. Filmmakers, drawn by the year-round sunshine and diverse landscapes, began to flock to Hollywood. They were escaping the strict regulations and high costs of filmmaking in New York, the then center of the American film industry. Among these pioneers were the Warner brothers, Harry, Albert, Sam, and Jack, who founded a small studio that would later become a Hollywood giant. They were soon followed by others like Carl Laemmle, who founded Universal Pictures, and William Fox, who established what would become 20th Century Fox. These entrepreneurs saw the potential of the burgeoning film industry and set up shop in Hollywood, transforming it from a quiet town into a bustling hub of creativity. The early films were silent, but they were no less expressive for it. Pioneers like D.W. Griffith, known for his epic The Birth of a Nation in 1915, experimented with new techniques using close-ups and parallel editing to tell stories in ways never seen before. These innovations captivated audiences and laid the groundwork for the narrative techniques that would come to define Hollywood filmmaking. By the 1920s, Hollywood was well on its way to becoming the film capital of the world. The studios grew rapidly, churning out hundreds of films each year. The demand for entertainment was insatiable, and Hollywood was ready to deliver. The arrival of sound in the late 1920s revolutionized Hollywood, marking a turning point in film history. The transition from silent films to talkies was not without its challenges. Studios had to invest in new equipment and find ways to incorporate sound into their productions. Some silent film stars, unable to adapt to the new technology, saw their careers fade, while others, with their distinct voices and charismatic screen presence, became even bigger stars. The Jazz Singer in 1927, starring Al Jolson, is widely considered the first successful talking picture. The film's use of synchronized dialogue and musical numbers captivated audiences and ushered in a new era of filmmaking. The arrival of sound brought a new dimension to storytelling, allowing filmmakers to explore more complex emotions and narratives. Dialogue added depth to characters, while music and sound effects heightened the emotional impact of scenes. The advent of sound also led to the development of new genres such as the musical, which became hugely popular in the 1930s. Films like The Wizard of Oz in 1939 and Gone with the Wind in 1939 showcased the transformative power of sound, transporting audiences to magical worlds and epic historical settings. The talkies cemented Hollywood's status as the world's leading film industry, and the sound of movies became an integral part of the cinematic experience. The 1930s and 1940s are often considered Hollywood's golden age, a time of unparalleled glamour and creative output. The studio system was at its peak, with major studios like MGM, Paramount, Warner Brothers, and RKO controlling every aspect of film production, from casting to distribution. These studios signed actors to long-term contracts, creating a stable of stars who would become synonymous with Hollywood glamour. Icons like Humphrey Bogart, Cary Grant, Katharine Hepburn, and Ingrid Bergman graced the silver screen, captivating audiences with their charisma and talent. They became larger-than-life figures, their faces plastered on movie posters and magazine covers. These stars embodied the Hollywood ideal, representing beauty, sophistication, and a touch of rebellion. The Golden Age saw the emergence of iconic film genres that continue to influence filmmaking today. Film noirs, with their dark themes and shadowy visuals, captivated audiences with tales of crime and corruption. Musicals, like Singin' in the Rain in 1952, offered a joyous escape from the realities of the Great Depression. Section 5. Blockbusters and New Hollywood. The 1950s brought challenges to the studio system. The rise of television gave audiences a new form of entertainment, luring them away from movie theaters. In response, Hollywood studios began experimenting with new technologies and storytelling techniques. Widescreen formats like CinemaScope and Cinerama were introduced to create a more immersive cinematic experience. The 1960s and 1970s saw the emergence of New Hollywood, a generation of young filmmakers who challenged the conventions of classical Hollywood cinema. Directors like Francis Ford Coppola with The Godfather, Martin Scorsese with Taxi Driver, and Steven Spielberg with Jaws brought a new rawness and realism to the screen. They explored complex themes and experimented with innovative filmmaking techniques, ushering in a new era of auteur directors who had greater creative control over their projects. Jaws, released in 1975, Spielberg's groundbreaking thriller, is often credited with launching the era of the summer blockbuster. The film's massive success demonstrated the potential of high-concept, special effects-driven movies to draw huge audiences. Hollywood studios took notice, and the blockbuster mentality began to shape the industry's priorities. Section 6. Hollywood's global domination. By the late 20th century, Hollywood had become a global entertainment powerhouse. American films were distributed worldwide, and Hollywood stars were international icons. The success of franchises like Star Wars and Indiana Jones demonstrated the global appeal of Hollywood storytelling. Hollywood's influence extended beyond the big screen. American television shows, from sitcoms to dramas, were broadcast around the world, shaping cultural tastes and trends. The rise of home video and cable television further amplified Hollywood's reach, bringing American entertainment into homes across the globe. Hollywood's global dominance was not without its critics. Some argued that the spread of American culture homogenized local cultures and stifled the growth of national cinemas. Others pointed out the lack of diversity in Hollywood films, both in front of and behind the camera, which often presented a narrow and often stereotypical view of the world. Section 7. The rise of independent cinema. While Hollywood studios continued to focus on big-budget blockbusters, a new wave of independent filmmakers emerged in the 1980s and 1990s. These filmmakers, often working with smaller budgets and outside the traditional studio system, brought fresh perspectives and innovative storytelling to the screen. Independent films like Pulp Fiction from 1994, Fargo from 1996, and Good Will Hunting from 1997 garnered critical acclaim and commercial success, proving that audiences were hungry for stories that challenged conventions and explored new narrative territory. The independent film movement gave rise to a new generation of actors and directors who would go on to achieve mainstream success, including Quentin Tarantino, Steven Soderbergh, and the Coen brothers. The rise of independent cinema coincided with the emergence of film festivals like Sundance and Toronto, which provided a platform for independent filmmakers to showcase their work to industry professionals and audiences alike. These festivals became important venues for discovering new talent and promoting independent films to wider audiences. Section 8. Hollywood Today, a Changing Landscape. The 21st century has brought about significant changes to the Hollywood landscape. The rise of streaming services like Netflix, Amazon Prime Video, and Disney Plus has transformed how audiences consume entertainment. With the ability to stream movies and TV shows on demand, viewers are no longer bound by traditional release schedules or the limited selections offered by cable and satellite providers. Streaming services have also become major players in the production of original content, investing billions of dollars in movies and TV shows. This has led to increased competition for Hollywood studios and a greater diversity of content being produced. Netflix in particular has become a global force in entertainment, producing critically acclaimed shows like Stranger Things and The Crown that have captivated audiences worldwide. The rise of streaming has also presented challenges for Hollywood. The traditional theatrical release window, which once guaranteed studios a significant portion of their revenue, has been compressed or eliminated altogether for many films. This has led to questions about the future of movie theaters and the theatrical experience. Section 9. The future of the Dream Factory. Despite the challenges it faces, Hollywood remains a powerful force in entertainment. The industry continues to evolve, adapting to new technologies and changing audience tastes. Virtual reality, augmented reality, and other immersive technologies are poised to transform the cinematic experience even further, creating new possibilities for storytelling and audience engagement. Hollywood is also becoming more diverse, both in front of and behind the camera. Filmmakers from underrepresented communities are finally getting the opportunity to tell their stories, bringing fresh perspectives and voices to the screen. This increased diversity is enriching storytelling and challenging traditional Hollywood narratives. The magic of Hollywood lies in its ability to transport us to other worlds, to make us laugh, cry, and feel deeply. As long as there are stories to be told and dreams to be shared, Hollywood will continue to captivate and inspire audiences for generations to come. The future of the Dream Factory is bright, full of possibilities yet to be explored, and stories waiting to be told.